Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Shannon Bishop. I'm the instructor of your 121 hybrid course. And I just wanted to make a quick video and orient you with our Canvas page and hopefully give you a little bit of a head start on some of the things that we'll be doing in our first week, because the first week is admittedly kind of packed. Mostly because we have to do all of our administrative details as well as dive into the content this week. And when we have our in-class session, you know I'm going to want to dive right into the math. So let's try to get some of the administrative stuff taken care of. And you can have this video, of course, as a resource to just go back and rewatch if you forget some of the elements that need to be done on the administrative list. So I am going to share my screen with you so that you can see our Canvas page while I talk us through what is in there this very first week. Okay, so when you log into our Canvas page, this is what you will see. This is our homepage. And on this homepage, you'll just see a quick little introduction, nothing major at all. But most importantly are probably just a couple of quick links. So this is a one-stop shopping, if you will. If you're trying to remember when or where my office hours are, you can quickly find them right here. And also, if you are wanting to get to the actual class content, there's two ways to do that. You can either click this quick little button right here, modules, or that same button is over here on the left-hand side called modules. And modules is where all of our content is going to live. So clicking whichever one of those you want, let's go look at the module for our getting started unit. All right, so in the Canvas page, first of all, you'll see just something that's put out by Chandler Gilbert. I didn't put this in there, the powers that be put it in there, but it's super helpful, especially if you're a brand new student to Chandler Gilbert. So this first link just gives you some tips. If you've never used Canvas, you might not know completely how to navigate the system or how to use your inbox, for instance, or update your profile. Or this is probably an important section right here, like how do you submit an assignment, or how do you view the feedback that an instructor gives if they give feedback within the Canvas system. So these are just some great links that over the course of the semester, you might find yourself coming back to. Student resources are just helping you know some of the services available on campus. Student life and leadership gives you some ways to get involved with our campus. And then this last one, of course, is very important to me, and it is our tutoring schedule. So if you didn't know already, we have an amazing tutoring center here on campus full of absolute rock star tutors. You guys, they're seriously fabulous. And so we've got some in-person options at both Pecos campus and Williams. On Pecos, they're 6 days a week, and on Williams, they're 4 days a week. And then we also have online tutoring. So if you're at home working on your content and you get stuck, you can access our Chandler Gilbert tutors virtually. And to do that, you can either click right here, obviously enter the virtual lobby, or on the left-hand side of our Canvas page right here, Tutoring and Learning Center. If you click on that, it will redirect you to that same page where you log in with your MEID and request access to one of our tutors. Super great service. Please, please, please take advantage of it over the course of our semester. Okay, so that's the student resources. Now, our first module is right here. Okay, so for now, I only have the Getting Started unit published. Like I said, we are going to dive almost immediately into mathematics when I see you. So that page, or that module, I should say, will get published very soon as well. But for now, I just have the Getting Started one published because I'm hoping you can start this as soon as possible and have it either already done or at least partially done by the time I see you in class next week. So the way that our modules are intended to be gone through, so to speak, is you'll always just start at the very top. So on this one, we're going to start where it says welcome. And that will take you immediately into our little, welcome to class PowerPoint. So there's just some information on here, a little get to know you video about myself, welcome messages, tips for success, Okay, this one I wanted to mention. I'll talk about this in class as well, but I do use the Remind app. So if you wanted to subscribe to our class, I would strongly encourage you to do so. You can download the Remind app and enter these codes, or you can just send a regular text message. Like, you don't have to download the Remind app. You can just send a regular text message to this phone number, 81010. And then as the body of your text message, you'll put in this code, and that will subscribe you to our class. And Remind is just, I personally love it because it allows us to communicate a little bit more informally for those very quick questions or updates. Like, a student sometimes would just text me on Remind and say, I'm running 2 minutes late, I'll be there soon. Or if they're working on their homework, they'll just take a picture of that homework assignment and text it to me. And it's a little bit quicker than having to go through the Canvas inbox system and attach the picture that way. Obviously, they both work, but I don't know. I kind of like the ease of the Remind. So if you want to, go ahead and use it. And I, every now and again, will also use it to like blast out all class messages, which of course I'll do on Canvas too. But again, just one more way to stay in touch, a little bit less formal than our Canvas inbox messaging. So that's in there. Okay, and then on this last slide, I know it's the last slide, by the way, because I'm clicking and nothing is happening. So that means we're at the end of it. So on this last slide, what it's telling us is it's time to go look at the syllabus. So on the left-hand side of Canvas, we are going to click on Concourse Syllabus. But in our little slide right here, you'll see it says, I want us to open it in a new tab so that you can refer to it, because the very next thing in this Getting Started module is to take the syllabus quiz. And you guys, you're not going to memorize the syllabus. I know that. So let's just open the syllabus in a new tab so that we can refer to it when we're taking the quiz. So I'm going to right click and say open in a new tab. And now here it is right up here in a new tab. That's our syllabus. So I'm going to leave that right here. And back in our Canvas page, I'm going to click Next. Okay, so as I alluded earlier, the next thing in the module is the syllabus quiz. So first of all, you can take this quiz as many times as you need to. Just, I want you to get a perfect score. I want you to know the main policies of our course. And while you're taking the quiz, what I'm imagining happening is you'll just have this tab open and you'll just go searching for the answers, to each question. So I'm just going to look through the syllabus quickly, point out the major things. So this syllabus holds true for 2 of my classes. That's why there are 2 classes in here right now. We've got my contact information. I have a YouTube channel with a bunch of videos that I made on it. We've got my office hours. My potential online office hours are in here. Here's the Remind app thing again. Course description, course competencies. Okay, materials. We're going to talk more about materials in a second because there is a textbook for this course that you will be purchasing through Canvas. You do not have to go to the bookstore. If you already did, that's fine. I think it might be a little bit cheaper though if you buy it through Canvas and not the bookstore. So we'll cross that bridge in a minute if we need to. Maybe you can return whatever you bought from the bookstore. Talk to me about it if you have questions, but regardless, we'll come back to it. Yes, there's a textbook. And then in addition to the textbook, you're just going to want hopefully to bring a whiteboard marker, 3-ring binder to keep your things in, pencils, highlighters, okay? Technology requirements. This is an important one. You will need access to a computer because you'll be submitting things electronically. You'll want a graphing calculator, which I'm totally fine, by the way, with just like the Desmos app. It's free. You can just go to your Android or iPhone and go to the App Store and look for Desmos. It is free. It's my favorite app and we'll use it daily. What else? Activating your student email, major assignments, grading, Some of the main things I think that are important to me to highlight is we will have frequent quizzes and they'll almost all be on Canvas. And so just kind of read through this and get a feel for what that's going to look like once we dive in. With our exams, we have the majority of our exams are in person. One of them is online. And I definitely have some policies with regards to making sure that you're present and on time, not late with those assignments. The final exam, of course, is scheduled and locked in. So mark your calendars, please. If you're in my 10 a.m. class, there's a final exam time for that, 12:35, final exam time for that. Attendance. Yep, I got some strict attendance policies, so read through that. And then probably the other main thing that I want to show you is in here, just so that you know and can reference back to it, is our course calendar. I'm going to give you a physical copy of the course calendar as well. But the course calendar is also in here. So if you wanted to start marking your calendar for some of these important dates, like in-person exams, online exams, final exams, right? You can start doing that right now. So obviously you'll spend probably a lot more time than that looking through this syllabus, but while you're looking through there, you'll also be simultaneously answering some questions about policy. And when you're done with that, you will simply move on. Next. Okay, the next thing is just the syllabus acknowledgement. So this is, you've completed the quiz, you've gotten 100% on it by now, you know the policies, whether you like them or not, you are aware of them, and this is you essentially signing off on that. You do have to acknowledge them. If you refuse to acknowledge them and sign off, then in theory, you're not agreeing to the policies of my class and you can't be in the class. So this is an important electronic signature, if you will. So you'll do that. After the syllabus acknowledgement, okay, is the class requirement little startup quiz, as I call it. So once you get in here, you'll see, but this is a very, very, very important little startup quiz. Once again, unlimited attempts. Redo it as many times as you have to, fixing little errors until you get 100%. Because in here are things like making sure that your settings are correct in Canvas, making sure that you know how to upload a picture into Canvas, upload a file into Canvas. Use the equation editor. So when you're answering questions within Canvas, there's actually a way for you to type math by clicking a little button and then doing whatever you need to type. It's all in here. Don't worry. It like kind of talks you through it and gives you a chance to practice it. But regardless, very important because you'll be submitting a lot of stuff on Canvas. And then the other thing that's in here that's extremely important is one of these questions is you proving that you can make a PDF and submit a multi-page PDF. So there are some free apps that I mentioned in here that you can download. If you have an iPhone, you can use the notes feature in your iPhone to use your camera essentially as a PDF scanner. That's another way to do it. So once you get into this quiz, you'll see it's all kind of laid out and the instructions are given for you. But regardless, what each little section turns into is your chance to prove that you can do it. So after it talks you through how to take a picture and insert it, you'll do that. And that's how you'll earn your point on that question. After it talks you through and shows you how to make a PDF, you'll then upload a PDF and prove that you can do it correctly. And this is an extremely important one. So if you don't have it done correctly, I'll provide the feedback that says, nope, your PDF didn't show through, or it only showed page 1 and none of the other pages. And I'll just ask you to redo it, and you'll redo it as many times as need be until you kind of know how to do all those details. So that's what this one is about. Again, very important. And what's next? Oh yeah, just a little get to know you survey, just some quick questions that I would love for you to answer so that I get a feel for some of your math history and also just a little bit about yourself because, hey, we're stuck with each other for the next 16 weeks. And what else? Yes. Okay. So this is the other probably very important one that you'll want to take care of as soon as possible. So this video talks you through all of it, okay? And so I'm going to pretty much strongly encourage you, borderline, force you to watch this video. But what this video is going to do is it's going to talk you through how to buy our book, long story short. It has all these screenshots and shows you what every single phase will look like. I can't do that for you because my account is already in place. So that's why you almost like have to watch the video. I can't walk you through it because my account is very different than yours. But what I can say is, long story short, you will purchase and access our online homework system through Canvas right here, My Lab and Mastering. So you will go to that button and then see mine says open. Yours is going to say getting started. And so you'll click getting started. It'll ask you some information. You'll at first be creating a free account, but then like 1 or 2 steps later, it'll say, okay, now it's time to buy it, in which you'll have to enter like your credit card information or whatever. It's very, very important that you take care of this as soon as possible. Your very first assignment will go live the first week of class. So very imperative that you take care of that as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. And again, this video is going to talk you through it. I had to stop at the, getting started phase, but this video takes you through the rest of it too. So very important that you do that. This just gives you a sense of like some of the features that you can have in our textbook. And what's next? Oh, I just put the tutoring in here again because, well, tutoring is important to me. I want you to know where the services are and when they're open. So all of that, you'll notice though, all of that is stuff that needs to be done the first week of class. And it's not actually math content yet. So as I alluded to earlier, our first week of class is going to be pretty intense because we have to make sure that we do all of this administrative stuff. And we are diving into our first assignment. You will have homework that very first week, okay? So hopefully this video gives you a sense of what I am hoping you can accomplish before you even set foot in my classroom next week. That way we are just off to a good start. We can spend our time focusing on the mathematics and not so much focusing on the administrative stuff, because I want the administrative stuff just done, out of the way. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. I so look forward to meeting you all next week and looking forward to a great semester all together. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.